the way you blended the performance, cinema, and the struggle behind the personal, the persona in the performer, the sweating, and so the beautiful blend of the performance and cinema. That's what I liked in the film. So how did you plan it? Because it's very subtle and very nuanced.
It took us a long time to make this film. It took us about 3 years to make this film. In the sense that we would actually shoot, go for a cut, and see what is happening, or and then we would again shoot and recut. And so it's actually time-consuming because Kudiyattam is as such. It's a difficult art form to enter into. And what we were trying to do in this film is that we were trying to capture the particular essence of Kudiyattam. So to capture it in a very modern medium like film, it was a bit difficult for us to do that. So that's how, like it generally evolved like a Kudiyattam performance, very slow, time consuming, but yeah.
What worked, no? Because I enjoyed the cinema. I also can really touch the performer and the struggle. So that's what the blend which I like. How long did you take the whole process? From are you from the background where you knew the artists earlier?
Yes, I knew the artists. Maybe it began with a workshop with Mani sir, Mani called sir in FTI. So he came for us for a master workshop, and he was he would say that cinema should be like a Kudiyattam performance or like a Nangyarkooth performance. That's like that, so that words and gestures make more meaning than words. So mudras make more meaning than words. So what that actually made me think of a Nangyarkooth performance in a much more serious way. I started looking at it in a much more serious way. Then I saw a performance by Kapila, which was totally fascinating experience for me. Like it was quite out of the world experience. It was like a performance which I had not seen before any other time, and it was very contemporary for me. At the same time, very classical. First we tried to make a film on Venuji, Kapila's father. Venuji was a person who actually brought Kudiyattam from the temple to the outside world, to the secular world. So his story is very interesting. One day, when he was 30 or so, he saw a Kudiyattam performance in a temple. Then he decided that he should leave everything and do something for this art form, because it was almost extinct. It was almost dying, sort of an art form. So then he, Amanur Madhavacharya, who's a guru, Venuji took him as a guru, and and they made an acting laboratory and for them to practice the first generation of students. And Kapila is the second generation of students of this. So first the script didn't work out then, and then I thought after a particular point I thought Kapila might be the perfect person to hold this film, because I wanted to make a film on Kudiyattam, so I needed a particular character, and Kapila would actually fulfill it in every way. So then we started exploring. So once the main shooting was for a month, but we had to do a lot of additions to it. There was a lot of changes in the script, or because we were actually trying to make this. We were trying to capture the essence of Kudiyattam. So that was not through words, because once we speak, it all gets lost. So then it was much more difficult for us to make this film. Yeah.
So these performances were shot with single camera, or?
No, multiple cameras. Like we used 3 cameras. So that's why we had a lot of rushes. Like for each performance, we would shoot with 3 cameras, and there would be immense number of rushes. Then we have to take and choose and select a particular one. Yeah.
I liked your cut. When for a long time you are holding on to your clothes, and then when it reaches some sort of a high tempo, you use the long shot, where I can also see that those flames, matching with the tempo. So, how I'm sure that you also had taken care of the recording at the shooting level itself, because I can feel those drummers and the singers from the exact place where they sing. So it's not done in post.
Yeah, like it was done both ways, because like for the recording we used, I remember Smijit running around the town to collect microphones, because there was a lack of sync sound recording equipment in KL. We collected some 5 mics to actually record this Kudiyattam performance. But sometimes what happens is that rain would come, and we won't be able to use the sound as such, you know. So then we would have to recreate that ambience in the studio again. So certain performances were live recordings, some were recorded again later on.
How difficult it was or easy it was to do with film division, you know, because it's a very nuanced thing, you know, you cannot pitch it.
Nay, but surprisingly, I needn't pitch it, you know. They were very much, say, Kundu sir saw the pitch at Dock Edge, and he was quite, he liked the film, and last MIF we talked and the film was born. Like, it was quite easy for me to I mean to say, in that way it is quite good that there is a space for such kind of films in films division. Like that's the most beautiful part of it, because only FD could have made a film like this, because with other producers there's always a problem, you know, they would always want something to be communicated or something to be told or something to be this. But here, you know, just the experience of it, that is.
But you showed a work in progress cut, no?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what is my question.
Yeah.
At an ideation level, would it have been possible?
I think so, because previously I made a film called Gundert with FD. So I had given the script for that, and then I shot the film and showed them the rough cut, and you know there was no interferences of any sort. But there were so that way for that is quite good, I think, for an artist to prosper. Like, you know, only creative contributions.